The industry so full of troglodytes.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see Joe Mixon. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Bengals and the Jets on Sunday night.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. Now Hall to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Hall again on second down. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Bengals at 5-1 here in this early part of the season, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the air again, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be
touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Ball again on 2nd down. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Here's Prescott. Catch is made by Carson going across the field. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point try, good by Godot. And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The numbers a week ago for Chase. 7 catches, 82 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
They gotta go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go play action with Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow looking to pass. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
11 empty.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. That's complete, right around the 8. And he'll be out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
That's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. So that lines up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Hall again on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looking to throw. Prescott on the move to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were losers to the Packers a week ago, but they've got the lead right now here as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. A free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Now Prescott. And he fends him off. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Jack Fox now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Burrow. That is caught. Westbrook's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there, a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete there to Moore. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Carson. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Play action. It's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So we have come to halftime. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
To throw again on second down, Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Daxton Hill in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
It's Mixon on the counter.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow will throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Now Burrow loses the football.
And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott.
That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On third down, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Carson. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, certainly happy they were able to force the fumble, Charles, but wish they would have gotten in the end zone, only getting 3 points there and still facing this second half deficit.
And they also will understand it's going to be a whole lot tougher to force another turnover the rest of the game, because that offense, they're going to be all about ball security from here on out.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Back to Mixon on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning.
Here we go.
Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Again, it's Mixon. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mixon with a first down carry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
58 yards on the ground for him so far.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Mixing up the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 20-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Third and goal. Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Prescott on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
A second down throw for Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Throwing again on second down. Prescott.
And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Desperation time. Prescott on fours. Open man here is Conklin. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3